Hello everyone, welcome to Olive Board. This is Arzu Kakkad. I hope you all are doing good. And in this particular session, I'll be discussing with you certain government schemes that are associated with your RBI Grade B exam. So if audio and video is coming proper to you, then please let me know in the chat section so that I can move ahead. In this particular lecture, there are certain schemes that we need to cover, and general awareness section mein current affairs schemes are very important. Government scheme we have covered about 22 lectures. This is your 23rd, I guess. So whatever schemes we have covered, I hope you are revising them, and exam is very near, so make sure that your revision is up to. And if you're getting my voice proper, then please let me know in the chat section, the audio as video. Please let me know in the chat section, give a thumbs up sign if audio and video is coming clear to you, and please share these sessions with your other friends also, so that if they want to go with the government scheme, they can also join us. Anybody can let me know if audio and video is clear. So here I think I should start the lecture now. As I told ki the schemes are very important, so let us have a look over the first program that is in front of you. It is She is a Change Maker program. So She is a Change Maker program is a program that was launched by 2021. So which launch year is basically associated with this program? It is 2021. And as far as implementing agency is concerned, the National Commission for Women is the implementing agency. In any scheme, if you see the implementing agency, the ministry, the launch year, they are anyways important, and also the objective. These are, in order to cover a scheme, you had to go through the 5 main points, right? So if I talk about the objectives, if I talk about objective, She is a Change Maker talks about improving the decision making and the communication skills of women's, but the women's who are basically the political leaders, right? So they are catering to a section of women. So in order to build the capacity of women political leaders, She a Change Maker program was launched in which year? 2021, so as to improve their decision making and communication skills. So if you can be if you see the questions, how a question can be framed now. She is a Change Maker program, so which all women's are addressed? So yahan par you will get the 5 options. One option will be women's in politics, or women's in other, you can say, in other areas, in women's in working in science or research scientists may. So different domains can be given. Please do remember that this program is for women in politics, so as to train them, and the objective is to build their capacity so that they improve their decision making and communication skills. In December 2021 it was launched, and not ki it is for a specific place or certain states. It is a pan India program that was launched by National Commission for Women, right? Moving ahead with the next scheme that you are seeing is Across scheme. Now initially we need to go through what Across scheme is, लेकिन उससे भी पहले, if any scheme has you can say a complete full form of itself, then definitely it becomes important for us to learn it, because sometimes questions are asked कि full form क्या है, right? So if I talk about Across scheme, the scheme is basically related to atmosphere, climate research and geographical based, right? So atmosphere and climate research, modeling, observing system and services is the full form of Across scheme. When was the scheme launched? Now you need to remember 2 things. As far as Across scheme is concerned, it was launched in 2017 to 2020. But later on in 2021 it got extended to 2026 now, right? So it was launched back in 2017, but later on it got extended now to 2026, and the ministry is Earth Science Ministry. Now, what is the purpose of ACROSS scheme? ACROSS scheme is to address the different aspects of weather and climate services. सो ऑल दोज एस्पेक्ट्स की यहाँ पर वेदर सब रियल टाइम बेस जैसे होता है ना, क्लाइमेट और हेजार्डियस इवेंट्स होते हैं, कहीं पर फ्लडिंग, कहीं पर अर्थक्वेक और एनी अदर इवेंट अगर हो जाए, सुनामीज होता है, साइक्लोन्स की प्रॉब्लम. Am I audible? Am I audible? Is audio and video clear? So here I was discussing with you ACROSS scheme. As I told you that it was launched in 2017. So let me tell you once again. Abhi kya we were discussing was regarding ACROSS scheme. So ACROSS scheme was launched in 2017 and it was later extended now and up to 2026. So the ministry associated with ACROSS scheme is Ministry of Earth Science. The aim is to address the different aspects of weather and climate services. So about giving real-time information about the weather, about the climate services, all those hazardous events. So for that matter, ACROSS scheme was launched, right? Now, ACROSS scheme is basically, as you need to remember certain things, कि ACROSS scheme क्या है? It is such a scheme that contains 8 sub-schemes in it. So 8 sub-schemes are there in ACROSS schemes. You need to at least remember कि कितनी sub-schemes are there in ACROSS scheme. There are 8 schemes. And all these 8 sub-schemes are being implemented in a very integrated and a comprehensive manner by different departments like IMD department ho gaya and INCOIS ho gaya. So there are different departments. Now let me tell you about the 8 sub-schemes. So 8 sub-schemes are commissioning of polarimetric Doppler weather radars, upgradation of forest system, weather and climate services, atmospheric observation network, numerical modeling of weather and climate, monsoon mission phase 3. So basically what I want to tell is you just need to remember ki how many sub schemes are there in the ACROSS scheme. There are 8 sub schemes and this already I have told you कि basically this scheme is upgraded now. 2021 में इसको आगे extend कर दिया गया था to 2026, right? So moving towards the next scheme, that is OSMART. What O stands for now? Let us have a look over it. O stands for Ocean Services, Modeling, Application, Resources and Technology. So basically क्या है? This is you can say the scheme that wants to step up for ocean research. Please keep it in mind. O stands for ocean. So for all the services associated with ocean, basically oceanographic research activities, research in ocean science, establishment of other facilities, exploring, surveying the resources available, coming with the best of technologies. I think you all have covered the Samudrayan project, right? So ये सब projects क्या हैं? They are all one way or the other dealing with the ocean resource, है ना? तो OSMART is basically one such scheme. ये भी अर्थ साइंस मिनिस्ट्री के द्वारा इसको it was launched, but in 2018. When was ACROSS scheme launched? In which year ACROSS scheme was launched? If anybody here can please let me know. 2017 में ACROSS scheme was launched, absolutely correct. Later on it got extended to 2026 and OSMART was launched in 2018. So one important point that you need to take away is OSMART is basically to carry out exploration of polymetallic nodules. Please keep it in mind that they want to carry out this exploration. What is the water depth? You need to remember the water depth will be 550, basically 5500 meters, and the site will be of the, you can say, the allocated one allotted to the India by United Nations. It is 75,000 square kilometers. So if you are asked a question based on such facts by the RBI, it becomes very easy for you to remember now. 5500 meters की depth है and in a site of around 75,000 kilometers to need to carry out such investigations of the gas hydrates, of the polymetallic nodules. So this is completely under the OSMART. But is the ministry associated? Ministry of Earth Science. The scheme का period क्या है? To basically now, for it is up to 2026. What is the cost of the scheme? 1.623 crore. A very important fact that you need to remember. 1.623 crore is the overall cost of the project. How many sub schemes are there in across scheme? Can you please let me know in the chat section? Absolutely correct. So there were 8 sub schemes in the across scheme. Now if asked how many sub schemes are there in OSMART scheme, there are 7 sub schemes. 7 sub schemes are there ki ocean observation network, known living resources, ocean technology and other services, marine living resources and ecology, coastal research. So altogether there are 7 sub schemes in the OSMART scheme, right? And a very important fact that you need to take away is there are certain institutes and autonomous institutes under the Ministry of Earth Science that are implementing this scheme. The question can be asked based on which particular institute is where. Please do remember that National Institute of Ocean Technology is in Chennai. INCOIS, Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, it is in Hyderabad. National Center for Coastal Research, it is in Chennai. And Center for Marine Living Resources and Ecology, it is in Kochi. National Center for Polar and Ocean Research, it is in Goa. You need to remember all these basic you can say locations because these are important. Anyway question can come, and locations basically if you go through the previous year papers, RBI is very fond of asking location based questions as well, right? This scheme is very important, but before moving to the scheme I'll ask certain questions and please let me know in the chat section. She is a change maker program is to build the capacity building of women who are in which sector? I repeat the question. She is a change maker program is basically dealing with the building of capacities and the decision makings, improving their communication skills of women who are associated with politics. Absolutely correct. And in which year it was launched? She is a change maker program was launched in which year? 2021. The implementing agency is National Commission for Women. And if I talk about across scheme, the ministry that is associated with across scheme is Ministry of Earth Science, correct. And across scheme is extended for the duration. Can you let me know the duration of this across scheme? Up to 2026, correct. How many sub schemes are there in OSMART scheme? 7, correct. OSMART was launched in which year? 2018, correct. Anybody can tell me under OSMART, the one of the objective is to carry out the exploration of polymetallic nodules from the water depth of 5,000 meters, 5,500 meters, 6,000 meters. 5,500 meters, correct. In a site of 75,000 square kilometers that is allotted to India by the United Nations, 80,000 square kilometers, 70,000 square kilometers. 75,000 square kilometers, correct. The overall cost of the project is how many crore? 1.623 crore, correct. And where is National Institute of Ocean Technology? Chennai, Hyderabad, Kochi, Goa. Where is the National Institute of Ocean Technology located? Chennai. And where is National Center for Polar and Ocean Research? Goa, Kochi, Chennai, Hyderabad. National Center for Polar and Ocean Research is in Goa, right? Let us have a look over the next scheme now. So it is regarding residential education for students. So the name of the scheme is Shresht scheme. Shresht basically is a scheme that provides residential education to the students. कौन से? Who are in high schools. So the targeted category is the students who are in high school areas. But please do remember that the students should be from scheduled caste. So for all the scheduled caste students, the scheme is there for providing them residential education in the high schools. So 2021 May it was launched, and the two ministries are involved here. Very important कि दो ministries are there. First is Education Ministry and the other is Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. So two ministries are there. The purpose is to enable the scheduled caste students so that they also have a very bright future with a high quality education. The one of the objective is to control जो dropouts होता है in the school going students specifically from the scheduled caste students. So they want to control those dropouts. But you need to remember that there is a class also. Class 9th to class 12th is specifically mentioned. So what is the initiative? The initiative is to expand the reach. The initiative is to provide such an environment so that we have a complete socio-economic upliftment and overall development of the scheduled caste, providing them the access to the high quality education and to reduce the dropouts of the scheduled caste students. Therefore, Shresht scheme was launched. Can anybody here mention the name of the ministry that launched the Shresht scheme? The ministry that is associated with launching of Shresht scheme is Education and Social Justice. Absolutely correct. So two ministries are there, Ministry of Education and Social Justice. Now the other thing is to remember that the scheme was launched in 2021, but on 6th of December 2021, it was on the occasion of remembrance of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So the tenure is 2021 to 2026. Who all are the beneficiaries? Very important. Meritorious scheduled caste category students in the country are one of the beneficiaries of which scheme, which with the name of the scheme that we are discussing is करेक्ट, श्रेष्ठ scheme. And you need to remember the two important points वो भी आगे आएंगे. So the coverage is under two modes. जैसे there are certain phases, so here also two modes are there. But the important point is कि यहाँ पर scholarship is being provided. For 9th and 10th class students, the scholarship is starting from 75,000 per annum per student. If the students are from class 11th and 12th, then it is 1.25 lakh as a scholarship that will be provided to the students by the government. Please do remember these two things that are very important. Moving to the next scheme, that is e-portal of accreditation scheme. The scheme is for simplifying the process that is related to mining. So to simplify all that process, this e-portal is launched by 2021, not by the Ministry of Mines but by the Ministry of Coal. So please do remember that the blocks have been approved by the Geological Survey of India for the minerals mining. So this scheme is basically to you can say to prospect that planning, और एक proper portal होता है when I talk about startups also. किसी ने startup launch करना है, so हम बोलते हैं ना कि we need to ease that process. We need to make sure that आपके पास एक ऐसा portal हो where everything at one go things are available, right? So in a similar manner, the scheme is for mineral exploration. The different blocks are handed to the different representatives. So to simplify that application process, this portal was launched. In which year? Please let me know in the chat section. 2021. Under which ministry? Absolutely correct. 2021 is the right answer. Ministry of Coal. Absolutely correct. So here is the last scheme, that is Bharat Gaurav scheme. So basically क्या रहता है? Generally we all know that in trains we always remember कि railways have two domains, passenger one and the goods segment one, right? But the third category is tourism related railways. So यहाँ पर under Bharat Gaurav there will be trains that will be operated by the private players. So private players are also there. Private players will operate them, and यहाँ पर they have the right key whatever they want. They are very liberalized and in a very simplified manner they can take out their operations. But the main point to remember is the trains will be theme based. जैसे कोई theme based circuit, जैसे one train is going for एक Ramayan based circuit है, so all those places that are related to Lord Ram they will visit that. In a similar manner, this particular train जो है, जैसे in summer holidays the train will start for boosting the tourism sector. So the purpose is a theme based circuit के साथ you will boost the tourism also, and now the trains will have a third segment that will deal with the tourism sector also. 2021 में it was launched under the Ministry of Railways. The aim is to promote the tourism and business, and as I told you that they will be running by the private players. It will be theme based circuit. This is the third segment you can say for tourism, and the complete tenure inclusive package hoga, rail travel, accommodations, arrangements, all will be done by the service provider, and the tenure is a minimum of 2 years and maximum of the life of the coach. So the important point to take away is that what Bharat Gaurav scheme is all about. Is it for any cultural heritage? Is it for you can say different domains can be there, related to culture, related to education, related to railways. So what the scheme is, basic जो है scheme का, that you should be keeping in mind. So the e-portal of accreditation scheme was launched in which year? In which year the portal for accreditation scheme was launched? 2021. Absolutely correct. The ministry that is associated with the Ministry of the e-portal scheme is the portal for accreditation scheme. Cool, correct. And as far as Shresht scheme is concerned, the tenure of the scheme is? 2026, absolutely correct. Under this scheme, the scholarships are also provided. If a student is from class 9th or 10th, then the scholarship will start from, can you please let me know the amount? $75,000, absolutely correct. And if the student is from class 11th and 12th, then the scholarship will range it to $1.25. Correct. And under the shade scheme, the scheme wants to control the dropouts of the scheduled caste students from class 9 to 12. Absolutely correct. So with this, I'll end this session here. I hope you enjoy learning. Take care everyone. Good luck, good wishes. Happy learning.